Hey guys, what's up? This is Jared here. Welcome to my new series of Computercraft programs. What this is I create programs that I think would be useful in normal situations, and I make them and I hand them out to you guys on Pastebin, and you guys can just use it as much as you want because not everyone is interested in designing programs and such as much as I am. So, and Computercraft is a very flexible mod, so I wanted to kind of make it so where people can use it without having to know any programming stuff. So what I have here, what you have to have is a mining turtle. That's the only thing it works on that I know of. That's the only thing I've tested it on. So that's what you want to get is normal mining turtle. And what you want to do is you want to run this program right here. Pastebin get that exact code, capitals and everything, and then update. And once you do that, it'll say success. And there's two ways you can use this program. This is not the program I'm spotlighting, by the way. It's just a kind of gateway to lots of programs. So it says update. So there's a few ways you can use this. You can go update, and you can just push enter, and it'll come up with this screen, and it'll show you all the things you can update. Also, alternatively, let me terminate this. Let's go update. Then you can go startup, and this doesn't actually have to be there. Like right now, I'm in the default Computercraft thing. You push it, and it'll download startup. So now, once I restart the computer, it will actually download Help Center because that one is specifically written for this program, but it's separate. So that's why it has to download it separately. So I have a turtle over here that has the same program on it. And right now you can see that, actually let me restart it. It says label your computer because right now I do not have a label, and you can see right here it shows the computer ID. So first off, what you want to do is you want to push shift and then that button right above tab. I think it's called a tilde or something like that. And then you want to go label set. And then you want to label it whatever you want. So let's go example turtle, not turtle. There we go. So it'll say that, and then you can restart it or whatever, and it'll save the computer name right there. So let's go right into the dig programs right now. So first off, you have this big old screen here that it shows you exactly what buttons actually do something. This uses something called an os.pullEvent, and that's how I have all these mapped out. So let's go with the dig commands. First of all, let's kind of surround this thing with some cobble. Let's go E. What E does is it just digs in front of it, just like that, and I'll tell you how much it mined. If you go this button right, if you hit the little apostrophe, it's one right by enter, it will change the display screens and it will go into capitalized. So now you see these two right here. So if you push shift comma, it will dig to the left, just like this, and I'll turn right back around and be prepared for your next command. And alternatively, you can go with the right one, shift period, does that, easy enough. Let's go with some sand, so I can show you that it deals with falling sand. I'll just go 2 of these, and actually let's go with 3 on here, so we can show you that the numbers work. So let's go dig left, and it'll say it mined 2, and then we can go normal dig right here with E. And there we go. And let's go dig right. 3, 4. So it shows you exactly how much it mined. So now let's. I moved up. I'll show you exactly which one to do there. But I want to show you that you can actually do this with with sand as well. So that's not what I meant to do. Hold on. Let me grab a drill. There we go. Let's put some sand up here. So I am going to dig up, which if you go into the uppercase display with the apostrophe, you'll see this little thing right here. That's dig up, and if you can kind of see the pattern here, V is dig down. It's the ones that are very pointy and have open one side. Those ones are determining which way you dig. So if you're catching on to that, so if you push that, let's see here, let's go with this one. This button right here, it's Shift 6. You'll see that it digs up just like it did normal digs, and it will show you how much it mined. Also, you go V, which is this one, and it will dig down. There you go. There's also a few other things you can do with this. Let's go and give it a platform here, and show you this also deals with sand. Let's push the movement keys, WASD. That will move your computer, your turtle around just like it would move you. So W goes forward as you expect, A left, etc. I think you can figure that out. Push W, and it moved forward, and it still says that it mined 2. And it moved into the place that it was. So that's one thing. Then let's go with this. I'm going to put one right there too, just for next move. So now we want it to move left and dig out that tunnel. So there we go, and it moves left. And same with right. And you can kind of see how this is working. So I'm not going to go into this too much, but you can imagine that it also does the same thing with up and even down. So let's drill these out again. Let's see here. So we have the movement keys that also dig. Now let me show you S. S is a little bit special. So if I push S, it will move backwards. Nothing special, just goes turtle.back if you know what coding means. But it can't detect if there's something behind it. So basically what I did is if it cannot go back, then it has to turn around and see what's in the way. It'll turn back around and go back, just like that. So it'll end up being like this pretty much no matter what. And then there is also capital S, which will turn around and go forward. So instead of just going backward with normal Fs, it will turn around first. So there's also more that these do. So you've seen that it does sand and falling blocks. Now let me show you that it also sucks up entities. So if I go dig, it'll show you that well, it says that there's nothing there, but it actually sucked up these, and that is not exactly a bug, but it is changed in the version that I'm using. I've done a lot since this one, but it'll suck up whatever on the ground. And let's see here, what else? It will, if you're in the way, it will hit you. So be careful. And that I did that because of mobs. If there's mobs in the way, I want to be able to attack them just like normal. So let me get some quantum stuff on, because I am getting some damage by that turtle and I don't want to. I need a chest plate. Actually, you know what? Let me get a grav suit. There we go. So I probably should have mentioned this earlier, but I am actually on the Direwolf 20 pack from the Feed the Beast. So if something doesn't work and you're using something different, it might be because you don't have a mod that I didn't consider was something else. So like I sometimes use missed peripherals in this, so that's something you should be aware about. And I'm getting some frame rate again, dang it. But here we go. Let's continue on. And whenever you move or do something, it retains which thing you're using. So right now we're using uppercase, and you can move around, move backwards, and it keeps it. Push again, move around, it stays lowercase, whatever. So there's that. We have Q, that's what I do to move up, and Z, that is what how I go down. That's I forgot to mention that just a little bit ago. There's more that the dig command does, so let me go check that out real quick and see if I can remember some. Okay, I lied. That was not true. The version I was talking about when I said that there's more that's in the upcoming version, so be watching out for that one. It has a lot of really cool stuff that I've added. So let's go back into it. We have Y. What that does is it places, actually let's go with R first. What R does, let me switch these out real quick. R will place the block, just like you'd expect. And if there's nothing there, if you can't place, then it'll say no need to replace the block. Well, you might think that's a little bit peculiar, but what it does is it compares the block in front of it to the block in its selected slot. So you see this little ring around it, that is the currently selected slot. So if I now were to push R, it will actually replace it with sand or whatever is in the first slot. So try this one more time, replaces it. So that is all good and everything, but if you were to say get some with an inventory like a chest, that's chest. There we go, chest. And let's dig this up real quick. Gosh, I'm getting frame rate like crazy. It's driving me nuts. It only happens when I'm recording too. It's really annoying. Like, I understand that just because it requires more processing power, but still quite annoying. So put those in there. Let's go. Dig will actually dig up the chest, so you gotta be careful with that. So if there's a lot of stuff in the chest, it will explode and you'll have a bunch of crap all over the ground. So you want to be careful around chests. Let's also go with forward. Forward is also another thing, but I have this fixed in the newer version, so that one should be coming out pretty soon. So if I move forward, it'll dig and it'll go forward. So yeah, but if there's too much in the chest, it'll start spilling everything out, and it's going to be a mess. So be careful around chests, like I said. Let's see here. So we got R, that will place a block. Let's go Y. Actually, let's go Q first. Y will place the block up. Let's go dig that up with Shift 6. H will place it down, and let's go V to dig that up. And so that's what it does, and those ones will also replace the block, just like place forward did. So let's see here. What else can it do? We have comma, which will actually, oh come on, frame rate, 5 frames a second. That's ridiculous. Hopefully that's better. So comma will place the block left. Period will place the block right, and those as the same function as normal place will replace the block. So let's just dig those up. Probably should use the turtle since this is a turtle featured video, but that's what that does. Let's see here. We have this button right here. This one is actually pretty special, so I'm going to show it to you in just a little bit. We showed you this one. This one is the button that switches the display case, just like that. This one is also in the same boat as that one. I'm going to show you here in just a second. So let's move this turtle down real quick, and let's put some sand here, just like this. Just to show you what this does. The plus sign, this one is also pretty cool. It will dig every block around it, so it'll also be wary of sand, and it will return to its original spot that way, just like that. Let's see here. Now we have these buttons right here. 4 will make it only turn to the left, just like that, as you can imagine. 6 makes it turn right. 2 makes it turn around. Simple enough. That's all it does. It doesn't do anything else. 5 is also pretty special, so I'm going to show you that here in just a second. So let me go into the capital display and show you what these ones do. So I showed you what capital S does. It makes it turn around first and then go forward. Now we have a few extra buttons that I haven't seen much of. So now we have capital W. That one's pretty important too, because I've actually used this quite a bit. So let me place a block right here. If I push capital W, it will actually go until it hits this block, and then it will stop and be ready for your next command. But I'm actually going to show you another thing it does. I'll throw some blocks around, and I push Shift W. It will actually become a vacuum, and that's actually pretty helpful because sometimes you'll have big old tunnel that has lots of entities on the ground or whatever, and you want it to be able to suck those up as well, so as well as go all the way to the end. So that's one thing. Also, this one is actually, I've used this quite a bit, but if there's someone in the way of your turtle and you push that, it will actually, there is a bug with the actual Computercraft, not this program, but Computercraft itself. With this version that's fixed in 1.5 version, but I'm in 1.4.7 version of Minecraft, but it will not attack very well, and there's literally nothing I can do about that because I do not know how to code Java, and even if I did, I don't think I have sufficient rights to go editing his program or his mod. But that is actually a problem with Computercraft. But functionally, in theory, what it should do is, if I'm standing right here and I push Control W, instead of moving forward, it should attack me just like it did there. And that worked perfectly. But if I'm too far away or whatever, it's not going to attack me. It's actually, it's supposed to, I think, attack 2 blocks ahead of you. So if I'm standing here, I should be safe. But if I'm standing right here, I'd be attacked. But maybe it's right here. I don't know. But it's at least 1 block in front of it, but if I'm standing on the end of this block, it won't actually attack me. There's nothing I can do about that, like I said. So now let's go into the ones that I said I was going to wait for, and I'm going to show you what those do now. First of all, we have this one right here. What that one does is, remember when it downloaded Help Center? Well, that's what this one is. So if I go !, shift / it'll come up this screen. Welcome to the Help Center, and basically it says that you can type in what you want it to do, and it will show you how to do it. So if you didn't watch this video, all you have to do is push the ! button and then say what you want it to do. Say if I wanted to go forward, and it will say W, and it'll also show you that see also capital W, and because that one's very similar, I put it in there as well. So that's what it does. So if I wanted to go back, it will say S. If I want to go backward, it'll be yeah. So I think those are the same actually. Yeah, okay. So those ones are a little bit buggy, but that one is the Help Center program. Like it says right here, it's still not completed, but the startup program, the movement program, let's go exit. This program right here, you can see it still has the uppercase display. It doesn't go default to this one. The this one is in version 1. That's why I'm releasing this. Whereas this one, it's not quite to that level, but it should be done here in shortly, because I think I probably should have done this before, to be honest. But yeah, so here we go. Let's go exit. Let's show you some other programs that it has. So I'm going to steal some of these out of here. Let's go like this. So I'm actually going to do this right here. Let's go some sand, just so you that works. And here we go. So we have 4 blocks that say if you wanted to get it right here, what you want to do, and if you wanted to only dig out these 2 blocks right here, what you do is you push minus, whatever minus you want. You can do the one right by equals, or you can do the one in the numpad, and it will ask you how far you want to go. So we have 5 blocks before it gets to this one right here. I'm not talking about ending right here. Let's just say 4, because I want it to stop right there. If you go 4, type that in, push enter, and it will dig that out, and it will not dig out this one. But however, it will also place a floor for you. So if I didn't have a wood right here, it would actually place whatever is in its selected slot down for a path. So if you're doing this tunneling or whatever, you can actually not worry about having to place your own floor, because it already does that. Now let's show you a few other things. So one thing that I probably should mention right now is just a little teaser for my next version. This program is a lot faster. Like you can see, it has that big delay. I'm going to push W right now, and then I'm going to exit. So exit out of this screen. So W exit. You can see it has that little bit delay. The latest version actually gets pretty much rid of that delay. So that's something you should be looking forward to. So I'm going to place some sand here again. Actually, let me place one more piece of sand just to kind of demonstrate this. The next one I want to show you is this one right here. It looks a little bit different on my keyboard than it actually shows in the display, but this one is the one that's the capitalized backslash, the one right above enter. It looks, for me, it's just like one big straight line, but that's about the general area. All this is basically the general area of, as far as I'm concerned, a typical QWERTY keyboard. So we push shift and a backslash, and it will ask you how far again. This one didn't actually clear the thing. That's a small bug, but that's actually going to be fixed here shortly, so don't worry about it. It's not that big of a deal. How far do we have to go? Actually, I'm going to get rid of this block right here. Probably should use my drill, probably been a little bit faster. And I'm going to show you that this one does not place a floor. So let's go that button right here, the straight up and down one. We already did that. So let's go 5. And you'll see that it actually digs a 3 high tunnel just for those claustrophobic people who like a little bit of space when they walk. So this one did not place the floor, as you see right there. So there's that. What else do we have? I think that's actually about it, but there is one thing that is really good about this, that this is the reason that I made this a startup program, not its own program that you can just type in and start. It's because of this button right here. You've probably seen it there and you've been wondering what it does. You do push the little tilde and it will it'll ask you what program you want to run. So if I were to say I wanted to do the typical tunnel program that comes with Computercraft on its own, this one would actually be 3 because it counts where it's at as 1. So if I wanted to go tunnel 3, it will actually tunnel out there. And I did not write this program. This one is completely separate, and it basically allows this program to do whatever you've already programmed it to do, and still have this program on it. So there we go, and it returns to this and shows you what you ran. So there's a few other things that are really important about this. The fuel level, if it gets above, I think it's like 9 million or so, like 9,999,000, whatever, it will actually, if I didn't do this one edit, it would actually clip off and come on into this thing, and it kind of screwed up the whole display. So what I did is I made it, once it gets to that point where it would actually do that, I made it where it said enough, just enough fuel, because I mean that's plenty of fuel. I doubt you'll ever really see that either. So let's see here, what else? I know there's got to be more, but there's a lot more that this program can do. But I'm going to kind of leave you guys to discover that on your own. But I'm actually going to show you a little bit more, or tell you a little bit more about this program right here, the one that you get by pushing question mark. There's lots of Easter eggs about this one, and it's kind of appropriate right now because we just passed Easter. Actually, it's the day after Easter that I'm recording this. You can do you can type in random stuff, and you can try to find kind of Easter eggs inside the program, and it's kind of fun. I enjoyed putting those in there. But spoiler alert, if you look into the code, you'll probably figure out what it is, obviously. So they're all into one section. Also, I'm not sure if I'm actually going to do this, but I'm thinking about doing a huge spoiler where I kind of give away all the Easter eggs in a separate video where I make sure everyone knows that it's a spoiler. Yeah. So I'm thinking about doing that, but I'm not saying anything for certain right now. So you should be really careful around chests. There's a lot that this does. I mean, I've probably shown you about 60% of it all. But I tried to make it as smart as I can. This is actually the first program I've ever written. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to make it usable in everyday activities of normal Minecrafters. So I think that's all I'm going to show you in this program. So that's it. This is wrapping up my startup program for the mining turtles version 1. I wanted to finally get this out because I've been working on it for a long time, trying to get it all just bug free and everything. So I'm sure you'll find it very useful, and I hope you guys enjoy using it. Tell me what you guys think. If you guys find any bugs or you have any suggestions for the future, feel free to just leave a comment below, and I'll keep track of it. Make sure if I try to comment back whenever you do comment me something. So yes, if you guys have any suggestions, whatever, just tell me and I'll see what I can do. So that's it. I'm going to sign off on this video, and I'm going to start recording another program video right after this one. So take it easy, guys. See ya. Bye. Okay, I lied. There's a little bit more that I really want to show you guys that I haven't done yet. So let's put a turtle right by a crafting table, and you'll get yourself a crafty turtle. Makes sense. So let's put this down on the ground, and I'll show you that now we have another button. See, this is the same exact program, but it basically checks if what peripherals on the side. So if you have a crafty turtle, you'll have this option. So let's make a furnace. You push C, and it'll craft it into the selected slot. So let's make a 2, and I'll show you that it crafts as many as it can. So if you only want to craft 1, you might want to, for now, this is actually one of the updates that I'm going to be putting in pretty soon. I don't know about the next one, but it's probably going to be soon, that you can customize how much you craft. So so that's one thing you can do. There's another thing. Let's go, if you remember that update program that I showed you at the beginning, let's run that. I'm not going to do the targs thing. You have all these programs right here. So I am going to run, say, sorter, and it'll, once it gets it, and it'll return back to this, because this is the program I was in before. And once it gets done with whatever program, it will actually come in here. So now it was actually the server failed. So let me terminate this so we can actually see it. So update sorter file. Okay, so let's restart. Now we have I right here. This one is really handy. Let's spread out some random stuff everywhere. Let's make something that you can't place. Why not? Chest lock, that's stackable. Cool. So you can't place these on the ground. Let's also do crafting tables. And I'm just spreading these out randomly. Don't mind me. So if you push I once you have that installed, this is actually a full thing. It will actually sort your inventory all around, and it'll place that back up. And there we go. Reselect slot 1. Latest version of this one, another kind of giveaway spoiler of what the next update is. It will actually remember what slot it is, and it will select that slot after it gets done sorting instead of just selecting slot 1. So just keep that in mind. It's coming up. And let's see here. I know there's more. I always forget this. Let me just look into the code real quick. I'll be right back. Alright, 2 obvious buttons that I missed, that I don't even actually have in the display, that I really need to change. Actually, I don't have them in the display. One is equals. What that does is it will select slots using your arrow keys or your WASD keys, your movement keys, and you exit out of this by pushing enter and I think equals. Yes. So now if I push the arrows around, it will do that. It says what slot it's selected. So there's one thing. Oh, another thing that is on the display that I really need to update this. Wow. So there's a few things that I've even missed in this that I will actually consider version 1, and I'll change right after I get done recording this is equals is what button you push to sort the system, or to select a certain slot with the arrow keys, and then the /, the non-shifted one, the let's see, the I want to say the non-capital question mark, so you push that and it'll say it refreshed its screen. That's what it does. So let me go change those things, but I'm going to sign off again, and I'm pretty sure I'm not going to be doing this one again until the next version. So again, thank you guys for watching. Have a good day. Bye.